Yo, what's up, snipers, and welcome back to our Minnesota Wild GM mode. So, in last episode, we won our first Stanley Cup. We also won a President's Trophy, and Bruce Ruchin won the Norris. It was a very successful year here in Minnesota. Kirill Kaprizov had a hat trick in the game that won us the cup, and he also scored the game-winning goal in dying seconds. So, it was a very successful year, like I just said. Let's get into the off-season now, and hopefully we can repeat as champions next year or in a couple seasons. So we have the draft to deal with, but we also have, I don't know if I'm going to make any trades, but I wanted to show you guys something that I found out. So I know it says that you can't make trades at the draft. Well, I found a way to work around this, so you guys could use this. And it will actually work to make a trade. So basically what you want to do is you want to go to your player stats. So let's go example to the season, and let's click on Kirill Kaprizov. So press A or your X button depending on what console you're on, and it says trade for asset, and that's literally all you have to do. And now you can literally trade whoever you want on your team like you normally do. And then you can also check the trading block that way too. So if I didn't know who was on the trading block, now I do. So as you can see, skaters matching block, it's all just like normal stuff. So that's a way to work around that, because normally you can't make trades at the draft, like before the draft starts, but once you get into the draft you can. So if you wanted to make one beforehand, well, now you know how to. So that's all workaround. But anyways, now let's get into the 2029 draft. I don't know really what there is because I don't remember who is available. Like I think I haven't made a video in like a couple days. So the San Jose Sharks have the first overall pick. They actually had Luke Kunin last season, and he's a free agent this year potentially. Depends who he goes to. So did we trade away our first? I don't remember. Swanson goes first overall to the Sharks. Let's just scroll through these teams. I think we still have our first, or did we trade it away? No, we have the 31st, okay. So let's see what we could get here. So we'll just sim to user pick and then see what went beforehand. Okay, so Grulu, Hornquist, another Hornquist to the Pens, interesting. Medium elite goaltender Bobrovsky to the Oilers, interesting. Must be the son of Sergei Bobrovsky or maybe a cousin. Irons, Doughty, Beagle. Any other steals here? High top 9, that's not too bad. There's another medium elite defenseman, Giftopoulos, 18th overall to the Capitals. That's good for them because they're still in a bit of a rebuild. And another Jay Morrissey to the Jets. Okay. If that's a Josh Morrissey, that'd be kind of weird. And he's a defenseman too. Doesn't look like any other steals yet. There we go. Top 5, Yoshida. Armstrong, Playfair, Palmville, and Swanson. Interesting draft. I think we're only going to do maybe our first round pick again, just because the computer drafts us some good steals usually. So, and I want to get this episode recorded kind of quick because I don't know when my dad or my mom's going to come back. So let's see. Blatney, 18 years of age, left winger. We might need some more left wingers eventually. Casey Staubitz, Bob Spooner, left winger as well. Do we want a power forward or do we want a two-way forward? The power forward might be better. Yeah, we don't have a lot of size still kind of with us. So, you know what? We're going to give this 19-year-old guy maybe a chance. Since he's 19, hopefully he's not going to be like a bust. So, welcome aboard, Bob Spooner. How'd he turn out? Hopefully he turned out pretty good. And he's a medium top 6 and 60 overall, so not bad. But he's 19, so hopefully he grows really good. He's going to be in the AHL this year because I guess, well, since he's an American. And yeah, let's just sim the rest of the draft. Since now that we won a cup, we could probably win some more. So Dundas, Lavallee, Kemp, Hoffman, Raquel, and Winquist. Hopefully those are some pretty solid prospects. And hopefully they're actually prospects we need. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys who we have to re-sign, and then I'm going to do that, and then we're going to get into free agency. We're probably not going to sign any free agents really this year. We are going to let go, I think, of Chuck Knubel, though, this year, because I think, what's his name? I forget what his first name is, but Tillett is going to be probably in the NHL next year. So we have 37 million in cap space, which means the one main guy I definitely want to get back is Fitzgerald, and then I want to get Hawes back as well. Both those guys want extensions. I'm going to try and get Malone and Baran back. Some of these guys, though, like I said, I don't think I'm going to be getting back, what's his name, Knuble back. Like, Knuble, Hodges, and Schrader all don't want extensions, but I'm going to try and get Hodges and Schrader back, at least. So there's those guys, and then goaltending-wise, Fletcher. Okay, what about other goalies? McQuaid. Oh, yeah, we have to give McQuaid a contract extension. And an unsigned, wow, 67. This guy's actually pretty good. So, yeah, I'll sign this guy for the AHL. And some of these other 60s for sure. Wait, what did the computer draft us? Did the computer draft us this guy this year? No, that was a pick we did, actually. Low elite though, the Laval lead defenseman, the computer drafts us this guy in the 5th round. Maybe he turns out like a Kent Hodges type of idea. It's pretty good. Oh, and a medium elite defenseman as well. Nicely done, computer. They're actually stealing us some good picks. Ryan Dundas. So we got some more great defensemen in for the organization. So this organization is turning around to being probably a stud team eventually. So I'm gonna sign everybody that I can, and I'll get back to you guys in a bit. Okay guys, so we got pretty much everybody back. There is a couple players we can't get back, one of which is Chuck Knuble, as I was saying. Chuck Knuble is going to get probably replaced by Tilt next season, so it's okay. He was a part of the Jonas Brodin trade we made a few years ago. He just hasn't been producing either that well as an offensive defenseman. Like, he's only put up like less than 10 points a year, so he's more of a defensive defenseman, so we could afford to let him go. And Victor Schrader will be getting replaced probably by that Jacobs guy we had as a 7th defenseman last year, so it's okay as well to let him go. So I thank you, both of these guys, for their time here, but you guys are going to go to free agency. Sucks that we have to let some people go in, and also Hecht is going to go just because he didn't want to actually come back to us. Well, he didn't want to sign at the contract I offered him, I guess, but whatever. And all these guys have been tendered, so those guys should be able to sign for the AHL club. But otherwise, we got our big guys like Fitzgerald and all that stuff back. And Granlund for 1 year actually left too. But so yeah, we got Granlund back for 1 year left because he is getting old, and I gave him a 1 year contract for $4 million, which is a lot for a guy like that, but hopefully he comes back and produces still for us, and hopefully he's not an AHL guy. So now we have free agents to deal with. Let's see what there's available. I don't think we really need anything except for maybe some bottom 6 guys. So Luke Kunin is available, so San Jose had to let him go after we traded him. Interesting. The other Schrader is available, Spike Schrader. We could say our Schrader's brother. He's just not affordable though. What's affordable? I don't know if we really need anything, to be honest. We also had to let go of Morrison, but he's going to be replaced by Jaden Chipchura, who was in our AHL team. So there's this guy. That guy might not be that bad. Glenn Fairchild, he's young too. You know what, we'll offer this guy a contract, 1 year at, we'll just give him what he wants, pretty much 1 year deal. Is all these guys I'm going to sign are probably going to be only 1 year deals because we have probably some big contracts to deal out in a couple of years. Another 1 year deal, but that's not a defenseman. I want a depth defenseman, kind of, because if Jacobs is going to be in the NHL, we need a depth defenseman, unless Seabrookby's that guy. You know what? I think we might be fine. You know, actually, I'll offer this guy a contract for 1 year. 1 year at 2.8. Okay, so those are the only guys we're going to offer contracts to. Not a huge offseason. This episode's probably going by quick, hopefully. So we'll see him to next season. And Walsh, we can't afford Walsh apparently, but we could afford Fairchild. So we got our team ready for next year now. So anyways, I'm going to sim up to the line changes, and I'll see you guys in a second. Okay guys, so we ran into a bit of a problem. We have a bit too much like extra forwards and stuff like that, but it's kind of fine. We'll use them as depth guys, but this is what our lines look like. So we got still that same line, Urkrams, Schultz, and Fitzgerald. And Fitzgerald didn't grow at all. He's still an 85, so I don't know if he's capping off there. Then we got Haas, Chipchura, and Kaprizov, Kilger, Sure, Fairchild, Davison, Granlund, and Albaline. Actually, I'll move Davison up. So that like that. Defensively, our defensive core is extremely weak, which kind of bums me a bit. Because we lost a lot of players. So we got Hodges and Ruchin and Dumba still, but Jacobs is up there now. He used to be our depth guy, but now he's playing up there. We're going to give Tilt some time. He's a depth defenseman, but we'll leave him as a top 6 guy. Hopefully he grows a lot during the season to help us out. And then Gabriel Huey's also making the NHL as a 76, so it's not that good. Goaltending-wise, we got Corson and McQuaid. And scratched, we got Yolonen, who is a depth forward. And we got Malone, who's also a depth forward. And Baran, who's a fourth liner. So hopefully those guys don't complain. McQuaid is up to an 83 now, and he's listed as a starter, so he's getting up there. Kaprizov still hasn't dropped in potential. Has anybody dropped though? No, not even Matt Dumba yet. Nice. What about Granlund? I didn't check what Granlund's. He's still an 80, bottom 6'4", 37. He's actually listed as a depth forward. If he plays bad, we might have to scratch him. AHL wise, let's just go best lines for a second. I'll adjust this afterwards, but let's see, who do we have that's anybody that should not be scratched? Nothing on forwards and defense, nothing either. So, okay, so we got some pretty solid prospects actually down here, so hopefully they all pan out. And then defensively, we got a couple more defensive prospects in here. And then there's our medium elite guy, Clinton Martin. We are actually going to move him up, I think. Yeah, we'll put Carlos down there. He's up to a 64 now. And goaltending, it looks pretty solid. Pittis is going to be our backup, though, because he's our medium elite guy. And, yeah, so anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Minnesota Wild GM mode. So next episode, we will sim the entire season and hopefully get back to winning another Stanley Cup. So thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.